A tiny bike can be enjoyed by everybody, even adults. Most of them are made to be lightweight, agile, inexpensive to operate, and, as their name implies, compact, making them ideal for everyday transportation for everyone. There is a lot of choice available, and although Honda appears to be leading the way, there are other options that may be of interest. In this video, we are talking about top 7 pocket bike motorcycles for enthusiasts. Number 7. Benelli TNT 135. The Chinese corporation Qianjiang Motorcycle, a Geely subsidiary, currently owns the venerable Benelli motorcycle brand. A 135-kick single-cylinder overhead camshaft engine with 4 valves and 13 horsepower powers this tiny rocket. It is connected to a 5-speed gearbox, funky twin exhaust mufflers, and a trellis structure reminiscent of a Ducati, a la MV Agusta Brutal. Robust 41mm inverted forks, 12-inch wheels, front and rear disc brakes, an analog/digital dashboard, and LED lighting. If you don't mind using parts that are made in China, the pricing is reasonable. Although the build quality is not as good as that of the Hondas on our list, the price does reflect that, and for a bike that will not be ridden frequently or over great distances, this is a chic substitute. Number 6. Kimco Spade 150. Taiwanese company Kimco manages to escape the negative perception associated with Chinese motorcycles by producing a range of high-quality, reasonably priced scooters with a displacement of up to 400 kk. Additionally, it creates the unique retro Spade 150, a mini/pocket bike. With a 5-speed gearbox, the 149 single-cylinder engine produces 12 horsepower and 8 pound-feet of torque. Its retro vibe comes from its circular headlight, gas tank design, and seat. These elements set it apart from the Grom and Z125, with which it competes. The brakes, discs up front and drums down back, are more than capable of stopping the 266-pound load. Number 5. Kawasaki Z125 Pro. It would be difficult to distinguish between the Honda Grom and the Kawasaki Z125 Pro if they were placed next to one another. When you ride them consecutively, the distinction between them is even more hazy. The Z125 Pro and Grom share a single-cylinder engine that produces 9.5 horsepower and 4.4 pound-feet of torque, respectively, but their combined weights are roughly equal. 225 pounds for the Z125 and 228 pounds for the Grom. Even if there are options to spend extra on accessories for both, they are the same in terms of cost. Similar to the Grom, the Z125 Pro is a little bike that makes a successful effort to avoid seeming like a kid's toy. But when you ride, you'll act like a child. Number 4. Honda Monkey Bike. Given how many there are, perhaps this article should just focus on the lengthy lineup of Honda pocket bikes. Perhaps more iconic than the CB750 or even the Super Cub, the Monkey Bike is one of Honda's most recognizable vehicles. The Super Cub, Trail 125, Grom, and Dax 125 are examples of Honda badge engineering at its finest, and everything we've stated about them also applies here. The main attraction of the Monkey Bike is nostalgia, and it has plenty of it in addition to being completely modern with a 5-speed gearbox, one more than the other models, and good suspension and ABS. However, because of its small size, it feels a little less confident on city streets, and handling does require some getting used to. Nothing about it is incorrect. It's just different. Unlike the other models in the Honda Pocket Bike series, the Monkey may not be the best choice for tall people due to its disc brakes on both the front and rear, which perfectly match the performance. There is only one seat and no pillion pegs, but transporting someone on this is definitely not something you should do. Number 3. Honda Super Cup C125. Not only is it one of the most iconic motorbikes on the planet, but it has also been modified frequently throughout the years, making it affordable to acquire and operate. And yes, Despite its workhorse reputation, it is also one of the most enjoyable motorcycles. With its clutchless 4-speed gearbox managing the 9.5 horsepower from the 124 engine, it's incredibly simple to ride. Although the original leading link suspension has been replaced with a telescopic front suspension system and ABS is installed, underneath this is still the same tough engineering that will likely outlive any owner, regardless of age at purchase. Number 2. Roso Motors Mini Pocket Bike. All of the bikes on this list up until this point have been small-size, proper bikes, but there is a sizable market for kids-only mini bikes, and this is one of the greatest. This bike would be a hit with any child 5 years old or older because it has a 2-stroke engine and looks like a superbike. The top speed is 25 miles per hour, which is enough for younger drivers, though tuning specialists could probably get much more out of it. It's the ideal balance of design, speed, and usability. Simply twist and go as there is no clutch involved. A centrifugal clutch provides the drive. It may also be lifted and placed in the car's trunk at 42 pounds, even though it can support up to 165 pounds. Number 1. Honda Grom 125. It's easy to trace the heritage of the 124 single-cylinder engine's construction, which produces 9.7 horsepower and 7.7 pound-feet of torque, back to the original Super Cub. This is fantastic because if Honda hasn't perfected that engine by now, I don't know what else they've been up to. Totally carefree and a ton of fun, riding the Grom makes you smile all the time. Its modern style gives it the appearance of being larger than it is, and its good suspension handles rough roads as well as one might anticipate for its short journey. Its top speed of 60 miles per hour, both on the gas and off, won't break any laws, and its gas-saving capabilities will please your pocketbook. You may anticipate at least 100 mph. What more could you want for? Remarkably smooth handling, agility, enjoyment, speed sufficient to keep up with city traffic, lightweight, and ease of parking. All those qualities could be applied to every bike on our list, of course, but in terms of design and build quality, the Honda Grom is superior.